Welcome to another edition of AML Wrestling Live. My name is Chris Lee, and this is America's Most Liked Wrestling.
Welcome to another edition of AML Wrestling Live, ladies and gentlemen. This week you're going to see TNA star Gunner battle the Southern Stomper, Hawx. But just before we get to that main event, let's take you back to last year's WrestleCade in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where Gunner and Hawx were on opposite sides of this huge six-man tag team match.
Possibly fight for another shot at that title through the tag team ranks. Interesting one. Winston-Salem zone, collar and elbow tie-up with Tarver and a reverse. They're still feeling each other out.
Notice the way Tarver's grabbing the back of Gunner's head. Larry, in your time, that's a good technique. Pull on a guy's head on the collar and elbow tie-up.
Well, yeah, if you control the head, you control the body. So the head's a good target if you can get it.
Well, look at Tarver pounding
Or you
away.
can just punch in the head.
That works too.
Tarver, Irish whip, reversal by Gunner. Oh, back elbow. Sledgehammer blow. Away, body slam. Ouch. Falling headbutt and a cover. Gunner trying to steal the quick victory. Tarver able to get up.
That was kind of early in the match. These guys are in good shape, and it's hard to hold a guy down for 3 seconds when you just start off here.
Gunner tags in Crimson.
Remember, it's a game of chess. Start slow and win.
There's an interesting tattoo combination here between Hawx and Crimson.
Oh, smart. Baited him into the lockup.
Oh, wow. Roughhousing immediately. Reversal, Crimson flarges in with the clothesline. Sets him up for a snap suplex on the hips. What did you say about the hips before?
Well, you should have 2 of them.
I like what Crimson is doing here, slowing things down, but that's going to allow a guy like Hawx, who has a fight from underneath style, to take an advantage here.
Oh, what a neck breaker. More spitting.
I thought I saw. Did I see more spit flying?
Yeah.
I'm glad we're in the no spit zone here.
Well, that's in my room later, but yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think yeah. Gonna need to make sure that's a rider in next year's contract. Double suplex coming up.
We only got a 5 count, ref.
He's not counting.
He's
I know.
admiring.
Hawx somehow finds a way to kick out, even though there's no blood left. Hawx.
Oh, I thought you said Ox. He's the smallest guy in there.
As an inadvertent tribute to the late, great Ox Baker.
You know, he's definitely late.
Irish whip reversed by Gunner.
Nice. Oh, good catch.
Luke tried to get over. Simon's carried by Gunner, but
Smart. Tag
use
in.
his elbows and back into your own corner.
Big Z, careful.
And moves with a charge.
Nice. Cartwheel spear. That was nice. Hang on.
And a front
Oh.
Doom.
Gunner for the second row.
Whoa. Jumping choke.
Here comes Hawx.
Stomper.
Oh, and a blockbuster and a beauty. Crimson set him up. Standing switch.
Waist lock. Holding. Tarver sees an opportunity.
Oh! He just cold cocked his partner.
Superman punch. Got to pop out of the living legend.
He's just look at Crimson just waiting.
Yeah, just wait. The bus will be here in 10 minutes.
Oh, choke bomb by Crimson,
Bounced up.
and that'll do it. He got
Good
it.
match.
standing here with Luke Hawx, who's going against Gunner in just a few minutes. And at WrestleCade, you guys had a little run-in. What's going to happen tonight?
Gunner, I respect you. I know you're big, you're bad, you're strong, but let me tell you something. None of that intimidates me. At WrestleCade, you got a taste of the Southern Stomper, Luke Hawx. Tonight, I'll finish the job.
See the determination in his eyes right now. We're going to take this one to ringside.
One fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, weighing in at 227 pounds, here from New Orleans, Louisiana. This is the Southern Stomper, Luke Hawx. Here's from Hickory, North Carolina. He is TNA star.
Easy, big man.
Don't say easy.
I don't got no beef with you. First off, I'd like... Can you shut up for a minute, please? Look. Seriously. I came here tonight to apologize to you fans because you're the guys that are getting ripped off. You didn't pay to see me wrestle Gunner. You paid to see me beat the hell out of AJ Styles. But for some reason, I paid to see Gunner AJ wants to put his tail between his legs and sit his back like the coward that he is. So I want you to ask yourself a question. Would you cheer a coward? How can you look at him in the face and cheer for a coward? It's not about Gunner. You can't Gunner. I have no beef with you, Gunner. I know you're friends with AJ. I know you took this match because you're his little I know that.
Oh, folks, and with that right hand, we are off to the races this week on our main event on America's Most Liked Wrestling Live. I'm Blake Chadwick, calling the action as Luke Hawx and Gunner going at it tooth and nail right here in the center of the ring. Gunner did not take too kindly to those words that Luke Hawx spoke in front of this capacity crowd here at Johnny and June's at the AML Arena. What a main event we have on hand for you, as a discus punch right there by Hawx is going to ground Gunner. These two international superstars hooking it up right here in the center of the ring, folks. AML continues to bring you the best action in the Mid-Atlantic region, and Gunner's a house of fire early on. There's a big power slam. But he doesn't stay on the attack for that pinfall, as him and Luke Hawx, of course, no strangers with one another. as these two are on opposite sides of a 6-man tag team match at last year's WrestleCade in November of 2014. Gunner out to get a little bit of revenge right here after what Luke Hawx was saying in that pre-match interview, as there's a big suplex there by the native of Atlanta, Georgia, 1, and only going to get a 1 count. Gunner now goes on the attack as Luke Hawx might have bit off more than he can chew, saying those words to Gunner before this matchup ended up going off. As the referee counted to 10 here, both these men not really worried about that double count out right now. As Gunner looking to the crowd here and hearing their approval in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. But as he's trying to go back in the ring, Luke Hawx is going to have the presence of mind to kick that bottom rope and then shake up Gunner a little bit. And a big punt there right to the midsection, maybe trying to break some of those ribs of Gunner as he has a little bit of a size advantage over Hawx. Hawx is going to pick him up there, and a big scoop slam showing off that power and strength, and then driving the knee right into the throat of Gunner. Doesn't even get a near fall. As Hawx tries to stay on the offensive, Gunner stands at 6'2", 258 pounds. Hawx 6 feet even, 227 pounds, so about 2 inches and 30 pounds in Gunner's favor here. But Hawx, with those huge effing arms, gets him up and over with that big suplex. And the native of New Orleans, Louisiana, stays on the attack right here, grounding Gunner with that rear chin lock. And Gunner, the modern-day Viking trained by Abel Adams, while Luke Hawx, the Southern Stomper trained by Vic Grimes. Hawx, a 16-year pro, debuting back in 1999. Gunner, debuting 14 years ago in the summer of 2001. 32 years old for Gunner, 33 for Hawx. So both of these men very evenly matched. Hawx turns him inside out and jacks him right down with that reverse neck breaker. Picks him back up. Will the second time be the charm? And indeed it is. And Hawx now trying to maybe go for a third consecutive reverse neck breaker. He's got him up. And he takes Gunner right down to the mat. He says that's some easy work. Does Hawx. He's going to roll over now. Looks the leg 1-2. And a little methodical in that cover. He's not going to be able to get the pinfall. Luke Hawx and Gunner now back at it here in the center of the ring. Hawx grabs a front chancery. And we were talking about, folks, last year at a WrestleCade 2014. These two on opposite sides of the 6-man tag. Well, let's fast forward to this November. November 28th, Saturday evening, the Benton Convention Center right here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. These two men look to make their return to WrestleCade. And this time we might see some singles action, especially if things can't be settled on this week's main event on AML Wrestling Live, as Hawx throws that knee right into the midsection of Gunner as he continues to mount the attack. Hawx puts him down 1-2 and another near fall. As once again, Luke Hawx having some choice words for Gunner in that pre-match promo. Gunner took a 2 and we were off to the races before the referee was even in position. And Hawx now chopping away on the corner on this 15th episode of AML Wrestling Live. There's the Irish whip reversal into the opposite buckle. And the modern-day Viking throws that knee right in the midsection. Goes for the exploder suplex. Well scouted there by Luke Hawx. He's just chopping him down with those elbows. And Luke Hawx, punishing him here, is the Southern Stomper. And looking at this crowd here in Winston-Salem, looked like he might have been going for it. And a standing Uranagi there by Gunner's going to ground Hawx. Thought he might have been trying to take him down for that sit-out scoop slam pile driver. To no avail, though. And Gunner now, he's going to go all the way up top. High-risk territory. He resides in Atlanta, Georgia now, but he's a Hickory, North Carolina native. He knows these parts very well, and the crowd very much behind him. But Hawx is going to meet him at the top, kicks him off there, and Gunner's going to go tumbling to the floor as Luke Hawx still tries to get back to a vertical base. Gunner's down on the outside. This main event hanging in the balance this week on AML Wrestling Live. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the conclusion of this great matchup.
AML Wrestling returns to Winston-Salem.
want to get hit in the head with that trash can.
Come on out June 28th for a live TV taping at Johnny and June.
He's on that ring apron. Here comes Mr. Mid-Atlantic with a running leg drop.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm pile driving everybody.
Coming out to see all of your favorite AML stars.
Go to amlwrestling.com.
If you're tired of your old car, then trade it in on a nicer, newer car. After all, change is good. Change your lifestyle by trading that old car you hate for a nicer, newer car you love for as little as $9.35 down. Are you still making payments on a car that's embarrassing? Trade it in early and put just $9.35 down. Now that's change for the better.
Everybody ride.
And our Everybody Rides program can help set free that good credit person inside of you. Just $9.35 down for a nicer, newer car, but hurry, this offer ends on Saturday or once we've helped 87 people, whichever comes first.
AML fans, you can catch AML Wrestling anytime online. Just go to amlwrestling.com. Also, while you're there, make sure you pick up a few tickets to see us live right here in Winston-Salem.
Honesty, a value that seems lost in today's auto industry. At Beamer Tire and Auto Repair, we have built our reputation on providing honest and friendly service. With 2 ASE certified master technicians and industry-leading technology, the tire experts at Beamer are well equipped to service or repair any maker model on the road today. So, for all of your future automotive needs, be sure to stop by Beamer Tire and Auto Repair. We care because you can go anywhere.
And folks, we are back here at AML Wrestling Live in the AML Arena at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm Blake Chadwick bringing the action to you. What a main event we've had thus far. International stars Gunner and Luke Hawx. Gunner, of course, of TNA fame, a former World Television Champion and a former World Tag Team Champion. These start to fire up here back in the center of the ring, and that clothesline is going to send Luke Hawx right down. And Gunner now, the Irish whip into the buckle. He charges in, but he eats the back elbow there of Hawx. Hawx comes out of the corner, but Gunner gets him with a knee. 1, 2, and 2.5 as he hooks the leg right in the center of the ring. The referee only says 2. Gunner thought it was 3, as he's going to need to do a little bit more than that to keep the Southern Stomper down. And Gunner firing back here with some forearm shivers. Gunner, of course, a former member of the military, as that overhead release belly-to-belly suplex is going to bring Hawx back on the offensive. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, and another near fall as Gunner's going to kick out right there. But while Luke Hawx, of course, also applies his trade in the squared circle, he is a known movie star as well, as he's competed or been a part of a handful of action movies here over the last few years. And Hawx's profile certainly increasing not only in just the world of professional wrestling, but on the silver screen as well. But he's looking to increase that profile big time here in the Mid-Atlantic region as Gunner grabs him here, and he just picks him up right off the ground from a standing position and jacks him down with a spine buster. And let's see if Gunner can stay on the attack now. As Hawx tries to get back to his feet, Gunner's trying to coax him in. Gunner ready to fire here. He charges in, and Hawx is going to sidestep him, sends him to the outside, but keep your eyes on Gunner. He's back in right away. He charges in, and he meets him with a spear. 1, 2, and 2.5. And I thought that spear might have done it, as the modern-day Viking and the Southern Stomper are proving to be a great test for one another right here in this week's main event, as Gunner looks like he's going for that pile driver, perhaps, trying to end Luke Hawx's night. No, he's going to pick him up. The momentum takes him up and over, and Hawx there takes him down with a modified Rydeen bomb. 1, 2, and a 2.5 of his own. Back and forth action. What a great main event this week on AML Wrestling Live. You can, of course, catch AML Wrestling Live each and every week all throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. As Luke Hawx now is going to try to bring Gunner back up to a vertical base. Going to try to end the night prematurely of the modern-day Viking. He's got him up. He's going for that pile driver. Gunner's trying to use that size to get out of it there. And Gunner's going to send Luke Hawx to the floor as these two continue to jockey for position and struggle to take advantage of one another. And look at these two pounding away on each other on the outside. The referee continues that count. He's up to 3 now. These two need to be careful as we're seeing shades of the Tokyo Monster Cahagas and Damian Wayne from a few weeks back. From Wayne and Magnus from a few weeks back as well. Brawling all over the AML arena. We know Johnny and Judes can handle it, but the fans in attendance right here, they want to see this one ended in the center of the ring. The referee's going to get to 10, and it looks like we have a double count out here as Gunner and Luke Hawx are not stopping. And the referee now, he tries to get involved. He gets shoved down. Gunner's going to need to be careful here. He could get fined or suspended for that shove. We've already seen Zane Dawson suspended 45 days for putting his hands on interviewer Chris Lee as the locker room's emptying here. As men try to come out here and separate these two individuals. You see the United States Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers out there. Looks like Vordell Walker has come out. Some security's out there. As folks, we're trying to restore some order right here. Looks like Caprice Coleman has made his way out as well. As Luke Hawx and Gunner need to be pulled apart here as Gunner charges in again. And these two going at it here. The crowd in Winston-Salem's all fired up as these two men trying to get their mitts on one another. And it looks like it's going to take almost the entire AML locker room to keep these men at bay. As the referee has called for the bell. As Gunner and Luke Hawx need to be separated once again, and Gunner breaks free of Vordell Walker, and he's going to get a few more licks in here. Gunner's absolutely lost his mind. As he needs to be restrained, as he is not happy with how this match went. And folks, as AML continues to heat up here, Luke Hawx grabs that steel chair. He's going to need to be restrained, or he's definitely going to get suspended.
Hey, Luke. Luke, I'm nobody's. I think I just proved that to you, punk. I bet you cry and complain like you always do. Ask AML one more time sometime. I will be here. What do you say? I think that's your answer, coward.
And the fans in Winston-Salem, they want to see these two hook it up again. And for all we know, they very well could make an appearance here on AML Wrestling Live over the next month or so, as again, we have some great matches, our first ever champion crown, in addition to the classic AJ Styles and Sanjay Dutt matchup. But it's looking right now like Luke Hawx and Gunner have some unfinished business, and these two trains could be on a collision course.
Luke, dude, do you want to do this match again? Hell yeah! Gunner, you bet your ass I want you again right here. You say the time, you say the place. Hey, you want next month? Mason, you check your dates. I'll check my calendar. I swear, if you put me back in the ring with him, I'll rip his head off.
And he gives the microphone back to Chris Lee, but folks, Luke Hawx.
It could be next month. It could be next week. Just feed him to me one more time.
The Southern Stomper is pissed off. The modern-day Viking is pissed off. This one's going to come to a head sometime soon between Luke Hawx and Gunner. Either AML Wrestling Live, or it very well again could come to a head November 28th at the Benton Convention Center. No AJ Styles, no problem for Luke Hawx. It looks like he has a whole new mess in front of him in the form of Gunner. as Hawx here continues to have words with Tracy Myers. He's going to certainly need to restrain himself. It's one thing hitting Chris Lee and getting suspended 45 days for the likes of Zane Dawson, but putting your hands on Tracy Myers may very well not allow you back here at America's Most Like Wrestling. But the Southern Stomper did want to make some impact here in the Mid-Atlantic region, and I think he certainly turned some heads and opened some eyes here this afternoon on our main event on AML Wrestling Live.
Fans have been asking about the lineup for WrestleCade 2015. Well, folks, more than 100 stars are going to be there. Here's just a sample of who's been announced so far. Matt Hardy, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mr. Anderson, Abdullah the Butcher, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Henry Godwin, Bob Holly, Kevin Sullivan, Shane Douglas, and Harley Race. Go to WrestleCade.com and see who else is coming to Winston-Salem and get your tickets before they sell out. Remember, that's November 28th, WrestleCade 2015.
All right, Tracy, let's go.
Let it go, let it go. Still going?
Try not to go so far that way.
Who?
Your head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm doing the Stevie.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're standing by.
Let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go.
Cut.
Oh my God.
You didn't turn back to her.
Turn backwards.
You didn't turn back to her.
We'll do it again. That's feeling the beatbox, man.
We're standing by. In 3, 2.
Let it go. Let it go.
Cut.
Do a little swing now.
Yeah.
Like that. All right. Stand by. In 3, 2.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Cut.
Trying to tune
My
it
little
up.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah. Hey, do one of them.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go, let it go.
AML Wrestling returns to Winston-Salem.
You want to get hit in the head with that trash can.
Come on out June 28th for a live TV taping at Johnny and Jude.
He's on that ring apron. Here comes Mr. Mid-Atlantic with a running leg drop.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm pile driving everybody.
Coming out to see all of your favorite AML stars.
Go to AMLWrestling.com.